lovely people, you're welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for your support. Thanks very much for subscribing. If you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Do well to share this video. You might win a soul by just sharing this video. This summary is on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday lessons of lesson 3 of our first quarter. And the Tuesday lesson says another chance, another chance. And so when God sent Isaiah to us to tell him not to take the decision that he is about to take, because he doesn't know what God knows, and also God sees all the problem as small and he can handle it, and us refuse to listen. God decided to give us another chance. Us did not respond to Isaiah's call for faith, so God mercifully gave the king another chance, telling him to ask for a sign that was deep as Sheol or high as heaven. And so this is the kind of God we serve, a God of second chance, third chance, and several chances. But this king, Ahaz, decided to take opportunity of this chance, or he decided to go his way. We are going to read Isaiah 7 verses 10 to 13. Moreover, the Lord spoke again to Ahaz, saying, ask a sign for yourself from the Lord your God. Ask it either in the depths or in the height above. But Ahaz said, I will not ask, nor will I test the Lord. Then he said, hear now, O house of David, is it a small thing for you to weary men? But will you weary my God also? God have mercy. God decided to give Ahaz another chance by asking Ahaz to seek for a sign that God is with him and is with Judah, and their enemies cannot defeat them. But Ahaz said, I don't want to test God. I'm not going to ask. Someone will say, oh, Ahaz is saying this because the Bible is saying we should not test our God. But in this case, it is God himself who is calling Ahaz to ask him of something, to test him, not to test his patience. And so if Ahaz responds to this, it's not a sin, but his response shows that it's like, I'm not ready to have anything to do with you. I don't want to have anything to do with God. And most of us, our actions and our responses shows that we don't want to have anything to do with God. He just wanted to cut God off totally. And then when Isaiah was talking to him, he said, ask the Lord your God. But when Ahaz refused, Isaiah said, it is okay for you to weary men, but will you weary my God also? And so now Isaiah is telling us that he's no longer your God, he is my God. So the statement from Isaiah is teaching us that whenever we refuse to accept God's offer, whenever we refuse to make him part of our business, then he is no longer our God. Let us make God our God. We are moving straight to Wednesday, and the Wednesday lesson says, sign of a son, sign of a son. And we are going to read Isaiah 7 verse 14. And I read, therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Amen. And so God told us, if you are not ready to ask me for a sign, I myself am going to give you a sign. And the sign is that a virgin will give birth to a son, and that son will be called Emmanuel. Now, when we go into the Old Testament Bible, there is no Bible verse that tells that a child was born called Emmanuel. We can only find the name Emmanuel in the New Testament, and that refers to Jesus Christ. And so does it mean that this sign was fulfilled in Jesus Christ, or what? It says that the New Testament identifies Jesus as Emmanuel, born miraculously and with purity to an unmarried but betrothed virgin. Jesus also is the divine son and the shoot and root of Jesse. Perhaps an earlier Emmanuel, whose development proved to Ahaz the timelines of prophetic fulfillment, served as a forerunner of Christ. We do not know, but we know what we need to know. When the fullness of time had come, God sent a son, born of a woman, to give us the presence of God with us. Amen. And so, yes, we do not know whether this Emmanuel that God spoke about in Isaiah 7 is Jesus Christ, or someone actually was born in that time to fulfill that sign. But all that we know is that when the time was right, God sent a son, born by a woman, a virgin, and he came and lived amongst us, which also means God with us. This moves us to Thursday, and the Thursday lesson said, God is with us. God is with us. And the lesson is asking, what is the significance of the promise that God is with us? And so what is the significance that God promised that he's with us? It says, there is no stronger assurance and comfort. God does not promise that his people will not endure hardship and pain, but he promises to be with them. The psalmist says, even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Psalm 23 verse 4. Amen. And so yes, God is with us. It is true. Even in darkness, even in pain, even in all the difficulties we are facing, the psalmist says, God is with us. Another point is also that God says, when you pass through the waters, the fires, I am with you, fear not. And so there are a lot of promises in the Bible that shows that God is with us. And even in our personal life, unless you don't believe in God, if we believe in God and have accepted him, we know that he is with us. He said, even when the Lord does not appear in physical form on earth, he goes through the experiences of his people with them. Amen. So God, even we will not see him physically like the way Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, those people saw God physically in the oven, in the fire, in the den of lions and all that. But we know that God is with us. In our hearts, we know he's with us. And that is because of experiences. Tells us that God is with us. Some of the experiences that we do have makes us go down on our knees and pray, God, please, I want to see this. I want to know this. And you get the answer, which shows that God is with us. So someone will say, if God is with us, why is it that we go through all the pain, all the worries, like Stephen was stoned, and some people face some difficulties, and even you and I, the difficulties we are going through? The lesson is saying that God did not promise us a smooth path. We are in a sinful world, and so we are not going to have it all smooth. But the promise is that I am with you, so fear not. We are moving straight to Friday, and the Friday, the summary says, God brought faithless King Ahaz to circumstances in which he had to make a difficult decision, to believe or not to believe. This is the question. Even though the Lord offered him any sign that his imagination could devise, he refused to allow God to demonstrate a reason why he should believe. Instead, he chose as his friend the king of Assyria. May God have mercy on us. Amen. And so God is doing everything for us to know that he is with us. Ahaz decided not to obey God, not to give God a chance. But God didn't give up on him. He rather gave up on God. It's the same way God has not given up on you and I. All that you and I need to do is to trust him, believe him, and accept his offer. He's calling us to test him. And one of the tests is about tithe. We should test him. Why would you sit there and say, I don't want to test God? So I'm not asking. Let's take bold faith, approach God according to his word. And let's remember that no matter the problem, no matter the difficulties, God is with us. And so when our world is falling apart, let's remember God is with us. Thanks so much for being part of today's summary. If you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing, like and share the video. Bye-bye.